afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Judy Simpson. A unique summer educational experience has ended for some students at the University of Vermont. UVM's College of Agriculture and Life Sciences offered the Next Generation Food Systems Internship program for the second time this past summer. The program offers hands-on experience and an opportunity to gain key skills in a variety of food system-related businesses and organizations around Vermont. In a moment, we'll meet a couple of the UVM students, but first I want to welcome Kate Finley-Woodruff. Kate is the Associate Dean of Academic Programs and Student Services at the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
How did this program get started?
So we were very lucky to have a donor come to us, recognizing that Vermont is a classroom for food systems, and the many farmers and food producers that we have here that are very creative and innovative, and wanted students to have a part of that. So he created with us this internship opportunity where students could have real-life, real-time, applied experiences on these farms and with these food producers. And this is the second year. It's very popular. We've doubled it in size in 2 years. And students are just learning a lot from this and able to really form what they want to do next for their careers.
We should point out this is a paid internship.
This is a paid internship, so it really offers an opportunity for students to have a full-time summer job that is part of their academic experience. And it also offers some of our smaller producers the opportunity to bring on a student and really commit to that student's educational opportunities and learn every aspect of that business.
What are the overall goals?
So internships are really critical, I think, for academic experience, as part of their academic experiences for our students. It's something that's very important to our college. The overall goals are really career exploration, so having an opportunity to be in the business and be embedded in a business prior to graduation. Students often will leave with at least a year's experience through internships. Networking as well. They're meeting food producers, they're meeting inspectors and regulators and customers, and really networking and having the opportunity to job shadow, but beyond that really understand every aspect of being an entrepreneur in Vermont. So it's helping them form what they would like and maybe what they don't want for their next steps.
Which is just as important.
Just as important.
All right, well, the best way to understand the Next Generation Food Systems Internship is to visit one of the unique sites. Across the fences, Rebecca Gollin takes us to Brook Farm in Vergennes.
Those little ducks quacking.
It's a typical day on the farm. That is, it's a typical day here at Brook Farm in Ferrisburg.
I came here with the intention of reactivating the farm in 2006, and I tried a number of different things. Some worked better than others, but my passion has always been cereals. And
Eric Andrus owns the farm. The land is flat with heavy clay soil and poor drainage. Growing grains here was not working.
We had wheat crops suffer from excessive rain and poor drainage several times. Almost 20 years ago, I lived in Japan, in a northern area of Japan, and saw rice being grown in a temperate climate. So I knew that it could be done because hundreds of thousands of people do it over there very successfully, even though it's as cold as New England.
Andrus decided to give rice a try, but as every farmer knows, growing any type of crop means fighting the insects and weeds that come along. Andrus went with a traditional solution.
We're dealing with aquatic weeds growing in amongst our crop, and there are several ways of dealing with these. One is systemic herbicides, which are unacceptable to us for ecological reasons. And another one is to go in there and physically remove the weeds by hand, which is also unacceptable to us. So that really leaves this multi-species method of raising rice and ducks together.
Integrating ducklings into his rice paddies keeps the weeds and insects at a minimum, with the plants growing in neat lines. These ducks aren't the only ones helping Andrus on the farm.
The relationship between us and the ducks is really critical to the success of the farm. because they live for a few weeks off the patty until they get bigger and we're able to form that relationship with them. So from the first day we got them, we would sing every time we feed them. That way they know our voices, they associate the singing with being fed.
Elise Schumacher and Isabella Madoff are students at the University of Vermont. They're spending the summer as interns here at Bound Brook.
I've always been very interested in farming, but more non-traditional farming. I worked on a hydroponic operation in high school because I'm so interested in the environmental effects of farming and how we can be more resilient in the ways that we produce food for a growing population. So learning about a farm that was growing rice in Vermont, something that's really a staple in so many people's diets, and in an area that's like naturally a wetland, it just makes sense.
It's part of a new internship program at UVM that aims to better prepare students to enter the workforce.
The Next Generation Food Systems Internship Program is really the flagship internship program for the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences. It provides opportunities for students to get hands-on experience in a food system business and thus prepares them to be part of the next generation food system workers.
Matt Myers is the coordinator for the program. It's supported by an anonymous donor who wanted to give students more opportunities to get hands-on experience.
We have a philanthropist who is supporting the internships for 12 students this summer who each work in a different food systems related business, and it may be a value added making cheese from milk, it may be doing outreach and marketing, but either way they're preparing for roles in the next generation of food systems workers, and in the meantime they're learning about their career interests and learning about who they are and what they want to do in the world as food systems employees in the future.
Meyer says that there has been growth in jobs in Vermont in the food systems sector, as well as strong interest among college students.
I've always had summer jobs in like hospitality, working in restaurants, and like I knew that I could go home this summer and make a lot more money, but kind of just be doing the same thing. And though I do like doing that work, it's not super fulfilling. And so then when I had the opportunity to be here and be at Bound Brook, I kind of took it just to like learn something different. And I also didn't want to work on like a regular farm, even though I love regular farms also. I wanted to be learning something that other people weren't really doing, just like something that, I don't know, I felt like I was a part of something kind of special. But on top of that, I have just been learning a lot of practical skills, like basic carpentry, which I knew a little bit, but you know, you don't really learn that when you work in a restaurant or things like that. Yeah, basic like electrical wiring we were working on yesterday.
It's been amazing. It's definitely the funnest job I've had. It's different every day. We change, like there's definitely like rhythms for different times of the summer, different days of the week. We were like doing some carpentry work, building duck houses. The first few weeks we were down on the patty, planting all the plants with the machines. So I really learned a lot more than I thought I would.
For Andres, having students on the farm helps him be successful. It's also an opportunity to share what he's learned.
Bella is environmental studies major, and Elise is food systems major. And this is like the applied section of the curriculum. So you can study how ecological agriculture works in theory, you can study how food systems entrepreneurship works in theory, but this is applied. This is the real world out here. And we have to use the limited number of hours in the day and the limited number of dollars in the budget to make these goals achievable in real time, you know, in the limited amount of space between the beginning of the season when they come on board in early June, by the end of August, we want to see results.
For these students, as well as the rest of the next generation food systems interns around the state, it's a chance to take their learning from the classroom to the field.
I learned so much about like, you know, environmental economics and food systems and policy and all these things in school and class, and then coming here and kind of just being taken in as like a part of the farm, kind of a part of like Eric's family, basically, and talking to him just in conversation and seeing him physically like have to fill out reports or like trying to get his USDA approval, like all of these things, like it's just really seeing it put to action, and being a part of that, you really see just what's happening and why things are the way they are.
Putting learning into action on the farm and making new friends along the way. In Ferrisburg, I'm Rebecca Golland with Across the Fence.
Well, thank you, Rebecca. Joining me now is Matt Myers. Matt's the UVM Food Internships Coordinator. What a great place to have an internship.
It certainly is. I call it the Duck Whisperer internship.
There you go. What were some of the other sites in the program?
Well, we really had 12 incredible sites, and it's a shout out to all of them, and thank you for hosting our interns. I'll share a few with some slides here. This first slide, we see Olivia Diorio talking with her supervisor, and then the next one, she's actually in the field. She cultivated these herbs, she harvested them, dried them, and then she put them into a tincture in a bottle, and now she's selling it out in the store. So she really saw the whole operation from start to finish, and I think that she found that very interesting. She'd like to go into business with that.
Okay, and the next slide, we're looking at the next site.
Yeah, so now we're looking at Ellie Searles, stellar Vermonter. She's actually from Westfield, Vermont, at the Butterworth Farm. She was primarily involved in cropping and haying. She put up a good amount of that hay. Hopefully we'll see her roll bar on that tractor next year.
Yep.
And then this is Ellie. She also helped cows birth calves and help with cow care in general. Mm-hmm. And here we switch to Sophia Giovanetti at the Fisher Brothers Farm. This is a opportunity to learn how to cultivate berries, but also how to produce one of the finest Sisters of Anarchy ice cream that they sell out of their farm. And so she really also had production and cultivation. And then we also see Marley Myers. This is the energy bar that is sold right in Burlington, but across the country as well. And so Marley helped make those bars, and then she was at the Burlington Farmers Market selling them and doing outreach. So she got a little bit of marketing and a little bit of production.
Excellent.
And finally, we're just taking a look at the Groenfeld Meadery and Michaela Sullivan. This meadery is in Colchester. It's not your grandmother's mead, it's a craft mead, and Michaela was just hired on with them, and her career goal is to be a brewer. So she's very excited about that.
Now, Kate, isn't one of the hallmarks of the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences this hand-on applied learning?
Absolutely. So at UVM now we have, we're the only land-grant university in the country to have a minor, bachelor's, master's, accelerated master's, and PhD program in food systems. And so we're really dedicated to producing critical thinkers and innovators in food systems. So they have the opportunity through this internship and many others. So our students college-wide are doing between 15,000 and 20,000 hours of internships a year. This is the opportunity to really take what they've learned in the classroom and in the field and apply that.
And so what's the future of this program?
So we are anticipating another year at least of this program where we hope to expand it even more. But this is really just the tip of the iceberg in terms of opportunities for students and what they're doing throughout this, throughout Vermont and New England and beyond in studying food systems. So we're very excited about the opportunities.
That's great. And the kids seem like they really enjoyed themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were blessed by incredible presentations at the end of the summer. We got to see slides from every site, and the host site supervisor is so pleased with the work the students had done.
Well, we're just about out of time, but before we go, here's how you can get more information about the food systems in UVM's College of Agriculture and Life Sciences. You can check out the website on your screen, uvm.edu/food systems. Thank you both for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
That's our program for today. I'm Judy Simpson. I'll see you again next time on Across the Fence.